Felicitations, everyone! It is I, Dark Symphony 777, with another fan fiction review. As always, a link to the story will be in the description below. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click on that bell for notifications, leave a comment in the comment section below on your thoughts of the story. And finally, this is my opinion. My opinion is not indicative of everyone in the world, so please respect that. So, the story I am doing a review on is called Wolves and the Night. It is a Batman the Animated Series and Wolf Children crossover by some crazy dude 113. For those of you who don't know what Wolf Children is an animated anime movie about a woman marrying a wolf man, and them having kids, the wolf man dying, and the trials and tribulations of the mother having to raise her two kids who can turn from human to wolf depending on their mood, or if they want to. So, this is going to be a little annoying one, because this one is admittedly something of a weird story. Not weird as in anything's like completely confusing, or the event, or the, you know, it being a crossover. I always said, if you could figure out how to cross the two worlds together, that'd be fine. And this actually does it pretty well. It's just, you know, the mother and the two children live in like the middle, like in the countryside in the middle of nowhere. So it's very realistic for them to actually exist in the Batman world. Oh, no idea where that came from. So let's get into the story. So the story actually begins in Gotham, where Batman is searching out, wondering where the bad guys are, because there was a breakout at... I hate when that happens. If there's one sneeze, there's multiple. One second. Sorry, I actually had to blow my goddamn nose. When it happens. Yeah, so the story starts with Batman looking around Gotham, wondering where all the villains are, because it turned out there was a breakout at both Blackgate and Arkham Asylum. And none of the bad guys actually showed up in Gotham. They're like all gone, and Batman is genuinely confused about the whole thing, wondering, wait a minute, where are they? Where are they? Then he gets a letter, well, not a letter, a video from who else? Mr. J, the Joker. And basically, Joker's like, try and find me, Batsy. Aha! But he has leaves like a lot of clues that's basically just like Japanese related. So he's like, oh, Joker must be in Japan. I must find him. And then him and Oracle, honestly, which is actually, let me get off topic for right now and focus on the specific crossover, because I don't think this is actually a Batman the Animated Series crossover. Because, Because the author does say that in the very first chapter is an author's note, basically kind of giving some context to the story. And he did say he's combining the animated series and the Arkham video game series. Which is confusing, because first off, Mark Hamill voiced Joker in Batman the Animated Series, so I don't even know why the author would make that clear, because everyone knows Joker voiced... Mark Hamill voiced Joker in the animated series. Like, everyone kind of knows that. So, it's just weird. Not to mention Batman uses, like, so much stuff, and there's so much... Like, he uses detective mode, he uses, like, the CQC. He uses a lot of stuff, and it would honestly just feel more familiar if it was an Arkham series crossover instead of Batman the Animated Series crossover. That's just me. That's a nitpick for the sake of nitpicking. So let's go back into talking about the plot. I just wanted to bring that up for a second. So Batman starts heading to Japan to figure out what to do. Then we get to Hannah, who is the mother of the two children. School's over. The daughter, she's dealing with the son, who actually lives in the woods. He comes home. The girl comes home, and then who would become riding up to their little lonely house in the middle of nowhere in like the countryside, but Joker, doing this whole spiel thing because she doesn't really know anything about the Joker because she tries to be isolationist to protect her children and try to keep the fact that they're wolf people a secret. Joker does this whole song and dance about wanting to celebrate their birthday, but it's not like their birthday. It's like, it's a celebration somewhere. It's Joker. He's like, a celebration somewhere. And of course, they do the Harley Quinn, jumping out of the cake, like a big reference to Batman the Animated Series sort of deal. Rev up my Harley, vroom vroom. Deal. Oh my god, why did I think of that moment when I thought of Harley Quinn jumping out the cake? I don't know. So, yeah. So, Hannah tries to stop him when she realizes that, the kids are being taken. Joker sprays the Joker Venom. The Joker Venom. She starts laughing. She managed to recover, but, she's still suffering. They capture the girl. The boy runs into the woods, but gets captured by Killer Croc. And then it goes back to Batman for the majority of the rest of the story, where he goes to Japan as Bruce Wayne to basically give a bunch of his equipment to the Shibuya police. That way he can actually hack into their network and find out what's going on. Because there's a reason why there two maximum security prison breakouts occurred, and none of them broke out into Gotham. They all went to Japan. So Batman's even kind of admitting, there's something sketchy going on. There's something going on. And, of course, he does his old song and dance about trying to find the kids. He meets the mother. The mother mother's afraid of him because, she met the Joker. So it's like, nah, I'm here to help you. Because I'm Batman. he does the whole song and dance. Manages to rescue the kid. He finds out just how deep it goes. They brought all the villains, most of the villains came to Japan. Joker, Harley Quinn, Killer Croc, Mr. Freeze, Scarecrow, Penguin, and Two-Face. I want to say something right now, but I want to save it till later. And then it turns out the whole reason why they're there is the Yakuza basically hired them. Although there's even Batman's kind of admitted they don't know what they're getting into when they're dealing with Joker. He's a wild card. And there's all sorts of conspiracy shenanigans going on, like the fact that the Two-Face and Penguin find out hey, wait a minute, they're literally about to cheap shot us. Where's the money? It's which actually leads to a hilarious moment between Two-Face and Penguin, when it's well, they told me not to tell any of the money to you. It's oh yeah, they offered me a 10 million. It's wait a minute. They offered you 10 million? Yeah. They offered me 10 million. We've been had. just them realizing that they've been had is admittedly kind of a humorous moment. It kind of shows you that they're Batman villains, but they still have their quirks and they can still be funny when they want to. But halfway through the story, Batman gets captured. Oracle has to call in Robin and Nightwood. Nightwood? I don't know. Nightwing. No idea why I said Nightwood. They come to Japan. They do the whole spiel. Not Hannah. The daughter. Because honestly, I don't know why I'm having a brain fart over Ami. That's the girl's name, Ami. Ami kind of gets smitten by Robin for no explicable reason. Okay, fine. It's kind of... I understand it's kind of a love at first sight sort of deal. That's fine. And even Robin's like, yeah, don't even try this. Yeah, no chance. No chance. Just get it over. They rescue Batman. They do some more digging and find out the Yakuza is pretty much the Shibuya police. Like, it's not even just, oh, it's a few members. No, it's the entire police force is literally part of the Yakuza. And it's run by a Yakuza leader who's basically going vigilante, basically doing what breaking Batman's one rule, like, oh, you shall not kill, sort of deal. I think that the only way to incite justice, fix justice, and fix the criminal system is to basically rule over it underground, so that way, if any bad guys do show up, we can just get rid of them part blanche. Yeah, the Yakuza leader also, found out that, Batman was Bruce Wayne. I would like to say I do like the idea that instead of, like, doing some unmasking dramatic thing, it just says, oh, I know you're Batman because it's just coincidence. Like, because, let's see, on the same day that Bruce Wayne brought all of this technology in, we find out it's hacked, and then we immediately find out it's hacked, and then literally a few hours later, Batman shows up in Japan. And Bruce Wayne hasn't left yet. So it's like, yeah, therefore Batman is Bruce Wayne. he just used deductive reasoning. He's like, yeah, this coincidence can't be just offhanded. It can't just be, nah, that's the... And even Batman's kind of surprised. I like that. I like the fact when it's a villain, when canonically Hugo Strange is, implied to know who Batman is, but he's, schizophrenic, so, it kind of risk a reward because of how Hugo Strange is that people may not believe him. So Batman's, more worried about him, still accidentally blaming, he's not really as worried with Hugo Strange because, danger is just him blurting it out rather than doing something like that. I think that's only exclusively the Arkham series, Hugo Strange. I don't know much about Strange in terms of, the greater context of the DC Batman universe, mythos, alternate, Batman is, comic books are weird. There's different versions of Batman all the time. So, But he's kind of worried about this guy because, he figured it out, really fast. And he has he's just an angry guy. He's just, and even the Yakuza's kind of implying that, yeah, I'm not really going to blab. I'm really going to blab. Yakuza leader eventually gets killed by Joker, which leading to him capturing all the criminals except for Joker, I believe. No, except for he captures Freeze, he captures Two-Face, he captured Penguin, and he captures Harley. But he doesn't capture Scarecrow because Scarecrow manages to get away, and I can't remember, does he get Joker? I'm literally trying to remember if he got, let's see. I'm literally trying to remember. Let's see. No, Joker manages to get Harley Quinn back. So Scarecrow, Joker, and Harley Quinn manage to get away. They manage to get away. But the rest of them, they get captured. And that's pretty much it. The Yakuza leader's dead. Joker, of course, got him. Batman just slightly returns him home. He actually comes back and asks Bruce Wayne to just give him a check saying that, oh, we're sorry for basically our technology being abused to basically torture you, so here's a check for your stuff. And then we have two sequel hooks with Pamela Isie, i.e. Poison Ivy, showing up at And the other sequel hook is Ami getting a letter from the Riddler. And that's basically the sequel hook. And I know there's a sequel. Excuse me. Let's actually look. Because I don't know. Because I honestly don't know right now if the sequel is still going or is it dead. It is. It's actually. It's relatively recent. So it's still, it's still up in the air. Like I have the philosophy that until a fan fiction is completed, it's to be assumed that it's dead. So it's like I don't know what's gonna happen in the rest of the series, but let's just go with that. But yeah, this is where the main issue, the one and only issue I have with the story. It's just. I read this story because it actually took me like halfway through like skimming it the second time. Because when I finished it the first time, I noticed something was off. Like I couldn't put my tongue on it because I didn't know myself. So I actually went through it again. And I managed to find it that way. And I noticed it. And what happened is, the story kind of feels half complete. Like, we're only getting half of the actual full-length story. Because, despite all I told you, the story is only like 70,000 words. Also, I'm sorry for keep getting distracted. My mom got like a roach infestation. And I'm trying to get rid of them because I keep seeing roaches on my wall. So just ignore me messing around with that. Just forewarning. Yeah, the story comes off as only half complete. So it's like, we have the gigantic Yakuza organization, because everyone knows the Yakuza is real. Joker, Harley Quinn, Killer Croc, Two-Face, Penguin, Dr. Freeze, and Scarecrow. Aha! Got it. Dealing with all of that in a concise, concrete way in 70,000 words is a very, very tall order. It's like, it's just, like, honestly, if it was like half the villains, like if it was just Joker, fine. Like, it's such a weird thing because, sometimes, just having a bunch of villains may impact the quality of the story. But in this case, we're not given any reason to care about any of these villains except for maybe Joker. Like, it's impossible to, humorous moment aside, it's like, makes you wonder why is Penguin and Two-Face there. Yeah, there is an in-story universe, there is an actual reason in the story. Like, they're there to be, like, the negotiators, to be, like, the guys who are basically, like, managing the plan and everything. That's fine. But there's still no it's just, they're not really used enough despite the fact they would primarily be bad. Then you have Scarecrow who has his own agenda, and it's very much left ambiguous over what's going on with him. Actually, I think Scarecrow was actually caught too, now that I think about it. Was he? I know Two-Face, Killer. I can't remember. Because it's been, because of like inventory, I had like so much time. I had to actually like burn through these, and so it's been a couple weeks since I've read this story. Instead of a couple days like what usually happens. So, but yeah, this story, despite the fact it's good, like there's no flaws with the plot, with the characters, with the pacing, with the grammar error. It's just a general gut feeling that this story is only half complete. Like, it should have been double the length. And the fact that like, when Batman showed up to deliver his technology, and he explained to Lucius Fox, like, yeah, there's a Trojan in the Wayne technology, so that way, in case anything happens, I can just blow the system. And then it immediately cuts to night, so it's like, we're not given any world building, but we're kinda given world building. It's like we're only getting half of everything. It's like, oh, we have good characters, but it doesn't feel like their story is complete, which makes sense as there is a sequel, but it's only like one chapter. It's all really weird. Like, I can't. And I tried to explain this to my friends when I told them about this, like, and they're like kind of confused. I'm like, it's, and I tried to explain to them it's not really easy to describe what's going on with this story, because like, what we have is good, but it just comes off as it's not the full story. It's not like a full story. Like, it comes off like there's stuff missing from, like, character development, going into Ami and the male children's side, because I don't really care about the boy, because honestly, most of them, like, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, that's like a thing. It's just, it's so weird, because it's just weird. What is the boy's name? I'm trying to remember the boy's name, because I think I can describe it best with his name. Let's see, because, okay, where is he? Okay. No, Ami's the boy. Yuki's the girl. Oh my god. I've inadvertently called Ami a chick the entire time, and I didn't even. It's like, yeah, that's how much you. That's how much I like. Like, it's been how much it took me to actually read the story, because the story went by fast. So yeah, Ami is the boy's name. Yuki's the girl's name. It also doesn't help that Ami is, like, I think it's a girl's name too. It's just so weird how certain names, like, sound male but they're female. That's a Japanese thing. I'm not gonna complain. I got confused. So the best thing I can describe it with Ami's character, in the fact that he lives in the wild. He gets captured by Killer Croc. He gets experimented and, like, overdosed on tranquilizers because he kept kind of trying to get out and stuff like that. And then there's a whole thing where he's actually gonna try and kill Killer Croc, or try and kill some of the other people, and Batman is actually trying to, like, get him to calm down. It's like, no, you don't want to go down this path. And while it's a good character moment, it comes off as incomplete, because we didn't get into the mindset of Omni's character that well. It did touch him on his character and stuff like that, but we never really got the full picture. So it's like half a picture. Like the front half, like the top half is missing, but the bottom half is still there. It's such a weird conundrum, because that's really all I have wrong to say about the story. It's just we don't have the full picture of it. So, I hate my life. I hate my family. So yeah, it's just. I wanted to try. This is the hardest part of the reviews, because I'm doing multiple today, is trying to figure out how to describe this in a way. Like, the best analogy I have is the half ripped picture. That's, if you can describe it better, do it in the comment section. Characters. We got a full group of concrete characters, despite the fact that it's only 70,000 words. There's a lot to squeeze out from them, which kind of plays into the whole half-complete thing, because, like, we got good characters, but it seems like we're just missing a lot of context behind them. We have Ami and his struggles of trying to embrace the dark side, and Batman trying to calm him down. We have Two-Face and Penguin who, like, realized they were being swindled, but it kind of came off as the author kind of forcing that in by just trying to get him a reason to start fighting. Honestly, Mr. Freeze really didn't... Well, not Mr. Freeze. Scarecrow didn't really need to be there. I think he would have been better for the sequel. It's just me. Also give him more time to the rest of the characters. Joker's Joker. He's basically the wild card. He's actually the villain that's used the best because he just... when he shows up, you instantly kind of know that he's going to do something. That's the Joker's MO. Like you could have the Joker show up for like a bit moment, and he could probably be the most memorable moment because it's the Joker. Like you'd never. That's this whole shtick. Like you can pack so much with him in such a small amount of time and make it work because that's just that's just the Joker thing. Harley, another thing. Harley's honestly just there. Like, I get why, because it's like now Harley and Joker are like inseparable. Like you can't have Joker without Harley. I think this would have been the only case that would have made sense for them to not be together. That is just me. But Harley's fine as she is. Batman, he's a great character. The crime chief, great character. Like that's the thing. It's just there's not much to talk about because there's just that feeling, that gut feeling of everything just being incomplete. That makes it kind of hard to talk about the characters because it just comes off like we just didn't get the full thing. Like you got half a character. Like, okay, we got Yuki's whole, falling in love with Robin. I don't know why I said Ami first, but Yuki's the girl, Ami is the boy. Yuki falling in love with Robin, coming off as like a love at first sight sort of deal. It's fine, it's realistic. Love at first sight does exist, so, in getting a crush. And she even kind of implies that she's mostly over it at the end of the story. So, it's actually realistic. That's fine. Robin and Nightwing and even like the big characters like Alfred, Oracle, they're fine as is. It's just it just doesn't stop the feeling. No matter how hard I try, it just doesn't stop the feeling of just I don't know. It's just so hard to talk about the story, and I like it. I like I don't know. Grammar error, no grammar errors. It's paced well. It's fast paced as this type of story should be. It doesn't take that long because it only takes place over the course of a couple days. It mostly takes place at night. There are a couple chapters that take place during the day, but not many. That's fine. I actually came into this review specifically wanting to talk more about it, but the more I talked more about it, the more I realized how much just it being half complete kind of screwed me over. Like I had this big thing planned, and then as I talked about the plot and realized that and I realized that feeling as I'm talking through this half hour at this point, that I quickly realized, like, wow, the half plot deal really messed me up, really screwed me over. Oh, now I don't even know where to go. Like, yeah, like I say, I can recommend it. I mean, if you're a fan of Batman, if you're a fan of Wolf Children, go right ahead. It's inoffensive, it's short, to the point. It's fine. Do I have a favorite part? Not really. Just nothing really stands out. Maybe Joker and not Joker, Two-Face and Penguin finding out they've been had. That was at least cute and actually fit their characters really well. The problem is, how would I go around changing it? Because instead of something being inherently wrong with the story, what's really going on is just me having just a inherent gut feeling and risking it that of going and trying to risk it and go ahead with this on a gut feeling. Because for all we know, for all I know, the story could be designed this way. Like, it could be half finished because of setting everything up with the sequel. We don't know what the author went through when writing this. We don't know how the author was wanting to present it like a genuine episode of Batman, the animated series. We really don't know. There's too many unknown variables to really rightly say what would make sense to change. And that would honestly be the worst thing. Like, it would be the worst thing to do, and I honestly don't find myself comfortable enough to really risk it, because even though this whole thing is supposed to be hypothetical, there are certain times where you have to realize that sometimes something may be out of control and you won't know what to do to fix it or how to go about it. And I think this is one of those situations, because I just don't know what the author's mindset was when it came to this specific story. Is it supposed to be as close to the animated series as possible? Then there's really nothing to change. Is he trying to emulate more of the Arkham series? Then yeah, they would probably get a lot to change. There's just so many variables that are just that they have to account for. That's just it wouldn't be worth it to even attempt to try and fix it. But yeah, I would recommend this story. For what it is, it succeeded as a simple, cute little crossover between Batman and a really, really obscure animated movie. I never even heard of Wolf Children before I found this story. So yeah, it's fine. Like, it's inoffensive. It's just there. Like, I wasted like a day reading it, even though I did most of my reading of it at work. But yeah, I read it. So yeah, this has been Dark Symphony 777. I do apologize for not choosing anything to fix of it. But yeah, I will see you in the next review. Have a good day.